Guys! You want to see what I made?
This is how bored I am. Yes, Donnie, I do.
What? We got another post response for one of my video reviews? Oh, awesome! I can't wait to see it. I love how people, leave little responses and they'll say things like, hey, good joke, Fu Manchu. Oh, hey, I like your hat and mustache and stuff like that. Oh, man, yes, of course I want to see the post. Let's go check it out. Oh, that's cool. It says, Chin Chin shared your video, full reviews, Takara Transformers Prime, AM33 Final Battle Megatron. Oh, I like that Megatron a lot. He was really cool and shiny and silver. Okay, let's see what he wrote here. Let's see. Dude, are you high or something? Huh. No, look, I get it. I totally understand that these videos are very surrealistic and stuff like that. And essentially, if a guy sits around and talks to a doll and stuff like that, that it could look very strange, and maybe he thinks that I'm stoned out of my mind or something like that. Hey, you know what? I just realized something. Maybe he's looking for another connection. Oh, Chin Chin, I'm on to you. Are you looking for another connection? Look, you need to get off the drugs, buddy. You need to get off the drugs. The next thing you know, you're watching a review or a doll is talking to you and stuff like that, and that can look really bad on your resume, let me say that. Oh, wait, what was I talking about? Okay, yeah. To answer your question, Chin Chin, no, I'm not on drugs. But I do get high on a lot of the paint fumes that come out of those NECA toys when you open them. Oh, my goodness. You totally open them up and you're like, oh. And the next thing you know, yep, you're making videos of reviews like this and saying, hello, my name is Fu Manchu. Haha, well, thanks, Chin Chin, you made me laugh. That was very cool and I loved it. Anyway, now, you probably saw my other two reviews for the Ninja Turtle 11-inch figures. I did Raphael and I did Leonardo, so it's only fitting that today I do the following! Today's review will be on the Ninja Turtles, and this is the Donatello 11-inch figure, and check that picture out. Now look, nerdy glasses aside, now I'm going to pretend that these are probably work glasses, like you wear when you're doing work up close when you're soldering or anything like that. Work glasses to see better and stuff like that, or maybe to shield your eyes from flying little pieces of metal and stuff. Because he does work in a little, the turtle tech place, I guess you would say, in his little room, making all these weird Ghostbuster things. I don't know. But, you know what I just noticed in this picture? Look. On this bandana, there's that turtle symbol again, and it says ho on it, I guess. Ho ho ho. It's a Christmas bandana, I guess. Came from Santa Claus. But there it is, Donatello. Still doesn't say 11-inch figure. I do think it's weird that these don't have names or anything. And then it says made by Playmates toys and a lot of little numbers, and if you pan up you will see, oh my goodness, it's a samurai ninja turtle, apparently, judging from that. But he looks amazing. Yeah, still looking like a Ghostbuster meets Jar Jar Binks in my opinion. But there he is, and I'm very happy with him, so let's look at the back of the package. So here's the back of the package, and as you can see, it's the same old thing. It's got the 4 pictures there that they use on the front, and it says Ninja Turtles and the little blurb. And then there's Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo. Oh, they look pretty cool. Now, here's something that I've noticed in the past 2 reviews. Now, I said that the Leonardo swords there were not painted, but they're painted on the back there. And then over here, you can see the Raphael ones. They're painted too, but the figure isn't painted like that. And Michelangelo there, I think they're sculpted in those colors, so that's cool, but I don't have him yet. But the Donatello, if you look, he doesn't have any paint whatsoever on his bow staff, which looks like a curtain rod in my opinion. But if you look really close, you will see his little samurai crotch armor thing there. That's painted like a blue color. Now, I know their bandages and stuff like that are painted on the prototypes, because you can see the bandages on his upper left thigh there are painted. Now, I know that a few of these others were like that too, because I know Leo was like that, but the toy wasn't painted. But, so I can let that slide a little bit. But yeah, if you look at that little crotch armor thing there on the back, and then compare it to the all-black version on the actual toy, and as you can see, like I said, that strap isn't painted there, but oh well. But yeah, you know what? It's okay. It still looks good. Although, like I said, it looks like tires have been cut up and he made them out of tires. I don't know. But, yeah, there's the figure looking pretty cool. Now, I say we open it! Now, as I said in the other 2 reviews, you're going to have to, cut all the little strings that are holding him into place. And it pretty much makes the little plastic thing there kind of flop out and fall out onto the floor. but you don't have to damage the box to get it out. You just have to cut those strings. Other than that, I think I'm getting pretty good at opening these things. The first one was kind of a pain in the butt, but now I'm getting really good at it. So let's look at the figure. So here's Donatello fresh out of the package, and I have to say, this one looks way better than the first one, because the first one I said he looked a lot like Jar Jar Binks because of those ear bandana things that hang down. Now, I've moved that one kind of out of the way so you can see the little radio, but yeah, it's his expression that doesn't look so much like Jar Jar Binks than the other one did. But there he is, looking very cool, and I like all the little details, like I said, like on the little radio and the little battery pack thing. And then if you look there, he's got a bunch of little pouches and stuff like that, and there's his shoes. Now, I almost wonder, it kind of looks like, now, if I look at it up close, it kind of looks like one of his toes might be hanging out there that they didn't paint. Now, I could be wrong, because that one, it looks like it's not all ripped up or anything, but this one over here, it looks like his toes hanging out. But I can't really tell. But he's wearing little shoes, like I said, and he's got, you know, all the cool little armor and stuff, even though, like I said, he's got, like, his samurai stuff mixed in with his ninja stuff. And if you look at his arm there, he's got, like, a little, I don't know, like a little data pad thing or something like that where he can, like, type into it, and there's wires and stuff. Looking pretty cool. And just like the others, his little shoulder piece there is on, like, a little hinge, so you can actually lift it up. Now, his headset looks way better than the original, the little toy. It looks really good, because it's like a separate piece that's glued on or whatever. And the other one, it's sculpted to his head. And if you look over here, the other one has this really weird seam going down the side of his head. Now, I didn't know what that was, but there he is, looking pretty cool. Now, my wife said, when she saw him, she goes, he's got sculpted things on top of his head, but nowhere on the rest of his body. Because the others had like little scaly things on their arms and stuff like that, so it kind of blended in. But if you look here, she said, it looks like his brain is like hanging out, or it's been exposed. And I'm like, you know what? I agree. Because I don't think the other ones have that much detail covering their entire head. I think it was just a little bit, you know, like it just covered like the middle part or off to the side or something. So we'll check that out here in a second. But yeah, I love his expression. His expression looks a lot better this time around. He's kind of snarling and stuff like that. But he doesn't have his glasses, which you think they would have sculpted those on or something. But it doesn't matter. He probably doesn't wear them throughout the whole movie. Now here's his back with his Ghostbuster backpack there. Little radar dish and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be. And like I said, in the trailer, it looks like they've got graffiti or something spray painted on their shells. Now, I don't know. Maybe that's a turtle tattoo for all I know. But there you go, looking pretty cool. You can see his knee articulation there. And one of the things that bugged me about the other figures is that their total lack of articulation in their elbows. Because that would make the figures way better. I mean, these are pretty cool toys as they are. I like these a whole lot more than I thought I would. And honestly, I like the sculpts better than the smaller ones. And if they only had those elbow articulation things, it would be so much more better. Oh, man. But let's see what he came with. Now, like the other figures, he came with a little brochure. And then he also came with, oh my goodness, this really long curtain rod bow staff. Yeah. Now, one of the things that I noticed about it is, for some reason, it pops apart. Now, I don't know why. It's long and skinny, so you think that it would, like, thread through his hands, but I don't know. Maybe it has to come apart so he can hold it. I'm not sure why that would be, but, oh, well, it pops back together really easily, so... Instant curtain rod, yeah! Okay, Donatello, why are you running around with a curtain rod? Okay, so there's the figure. Now let's see what he looks like with the smaller version. Let's go! So here they are together, and as you can see, this one right here has the white eyes, and the no green, I guess you could say, around his eyeballs. And if you look here, that one has the sculpted eyes with the painted pupils and stuff like that, and it looks so much better. But if you look at the figures side by side, honestly, they're almost identical. Now, I will say putting that bow staff in his hands to make him hold it two-handed might be a problem because, you know, the lack of elbow articulation does make it a little hard. Plus, their hands are made out of this really hard plastic, and putting those hard plastic weapons in their hard plastic hands is a pain. This one right here, he's got kind of got little rubbery hands, and, you know, the harder weapon goes in his hands pretty easy. But, yeah, now let's compare their heads, shall we? So here are their heads together, and as you can see, this one over here does have a lot more detail in it. I don't know. This one looks good, but they kind of have plain faces on the little toys. Plus, like I said, he kind of looks like Jar Jar Binks. He's like, oh, Misa like Donatello. Hello, Donatello. Oh, go away. Look at that. He's even got a little bit disdain or whatever for his littler self. But yeah, they look pretty good. Now, I still say these bigger figures just look a lot better. Now, I don't know what to think about all those little cracks on his heads and stuff, but hey, whatever. Okay, so, for those of you keeping track, here are the 3 that I have so far, and I have to say, all 3 of them look amazing. Now, I stand corrected. If you look at Leonardo's head, he does have the sculpted, scales and stuff like that on his head, all the way over the top part of his head, but only a little bit of them are painted that makes them stand out. Now, this one over here has the same sculpting, but since there's no, highlights or anything because of those goggles being in the way, it makes it look like he's got brains sticking out of the top of his head. You could totally paint that pink and have a custom dead Donatello. Now, one of the other things is, if you look at his arms, he has sculpted scales on there. Even on his shoulders, they're really faint. And if you look at Raphael over here, he has them too, but Donatello doesn't have any of them. I mean, he is totally smooth. I don't know. Maybe this is the turtle that waxes. I don't know. Turtle wax! Yeah! That one wrote itself. But, anyway, that's pretty cool. I think they look amazing together. And there's their scale. They're all standing up together. And as you can see, Raphael is the biggest, muscle-bound version. Leonardo's the more normal of them all. And then Donatello there looks almost like... No, he's just the skinniest. I was going to say he might be taller than the others, but... Leo still looks pretty big, and so does Raph. But, yeah, I don't know. Donatello does look pretty tall, but it could be the goggles just throwing us off. But yeah, they look pretty cool to me. There they are. Now all I have to do is get a Michelangelo. So there's my sort of review, and I hope you enjoyed it, of the Donatello 11-inch figure, which it doesn't say anywhere on the package that it is 11 inches, but there they are looking pretty cool together. And I have to say, I really like these figures a lot. I like the way they look on the shelf. They just look really good. They're just so much better than the smaller ones. So if you can get these, go for it. I haven't gotten Michelangelo yet, but he's next on my list. I mean, come on. You gotta have all 4, right? Anyway, I hope you like this. And no, Chin Chin, I am not doing drugs. Are you doing drugs, Chin Chin? Do you need to, have an intervention? Because if you have an intervention, I'll go and I'll say, hello, my name is Fu Manchu, and although you may think I'm on drugs, I'm not. What do you mean I still look like I'm on drugs? Shut up, Chin Chin. No, Chin Chin, you made me laugh. I loved it. Dude, are you high or not? That was actually a lot of the things that people wrote in my yearbook in high school. But that's another story. So, until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews. Hey, felzbug, come here. I want to show you something. Look, felzbug, you want to see a magic trick? Watch this. Watch. Bibbidi bobbidi boo! Check it out, felzbug. I'm a magician. Oh. Good grief, what did I create? Oh my goodness, he's got exposed brains. Oh, it's Jar Jar with exposed brains. Oh, put my brains back up in my head.